everyone, it's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to card number 4 of my holiday card series for 2014. Today we're going to be using this stamp set from Clearly Besotted Stamps, and this is the Hanging Around stamp set, and I've also got the coordinating die for it, and so that's what we'll be using today. Before we get into the card, I wanted to thank everyone for my last video that I put up. For card number 3, I appreciate everyone's opinion. I asked you if you liked whether or not if you liked the talk through, or if you liked whether or not I set it to music or whatever. And majority of you still like me doing the talk throughs, and I appreciate your honesty, and I value everyone's opinion. So I appreciate y'all being honest with me. And the reason why I did that was because again, I wanted to try something different, and 2, I needed to get a video up, but there was so much going on in my house that it was just too rambunctious for me to do a talk through. So I wanted to get a video up, but I didn't want all the noise behind it. So anyway, that's one of the other reasons why I did it. So, but hopefully in the future, I'm hoping for a Christmas present, maybe I'll get a nice microphone or whatever, so I can do voiceovers. That's initially what I want to do, but until then I will continue to do the talk through videos, and I appreciate y'all that you know, like, again, were so honest with me. So enough with the chit chat, let's go ahead and get into the card. First, we're going to go ahead and die cut our piece here, so I'm going to go ahead and die cut that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my stamp mounted here, and we're going to go ahead and stamp down onto our die cut. And I want to point out, if you don't have dies like this, or if you're not aware, with Clearly Besotted, you've got to die cut your piece first. I don't know where my die went, but I was going to show you. Here you go. You've got to die cut your piece first because it's not open, so you have to die cut it first, and then you've got to stamp down your image. So just in case if anyone that's new to card making or whatever didn't realize that, that's what you got to do. So we're going to go ahead and ink it up in the I'm going to go ahead and use the VersaFine Onyx Black. And I'm not worried about the solid black dots, because we're going to be covering those up with enamel dots here in a moment. So, okay, so I got to pull this closer to me so I can see it. I got to line it up. I've got some lipstick red ink here from Simon Says Stamp. I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. Line that up. Okay, so I stamped that down onto the die cut, and I actually I re-die cut and I stamped it again because I was off on the bow, and it was bothering me. So that's why I recut it and stamped it again, so I would feel better about it. So now we're going to go ahead and put that aside. We're going to be making a square card today. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we're going to be making a 4 1/4 square card. I've got this piece of, let me zoom out just a little bit. I've got this piece of white cardstock. This is a Paper Tray Inks Stamper Select white cardstock, and we're going to be using this embossing folder. And this is a Diagonal Stripes, and I'm not exactly sure what the exact name of it is, but it's from Lifestyle Crafts. It came in a pair. So we're going to go ahead and put this in our embossing folder here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my die cut machine. Okay, so now we've got our embossed piece. You can see that texture there. And now we're going to die cut a piece of, I got this Pure Poppy cardstock from Paper Tray Ink, and we're going to be using this stitched, let's see what this exactly called here, the MFT Stitched Square Stacks. Got these here. I'm going to be using the largest one, so I'm going to go ahead and die cut this part out, and we'll go ahead and kind of start putting our, before we adhere that down, we're going to go ahead and put in our sentiment, this Merry Christmas here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and emboss onto our red cardstock. So I'm going to grab my embossing buddy here. We're just going to prep that area, that bottom part there. I'm going to grab my Versamark ink. I'm going to ink up our stamp. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and cover this with gold embossing powder. I'm all fingers today, I don't know why. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and coat this in our embossing powder. Okay, so I've gone ahead and embossed our greeting there, and sorry for the interruption. My memory card ran out of memory, so I had to clear off some stuff off my memory card on my camera. So anyway, so now we're going to go ahead and kind of finish up our card here. I'm going to go ahead and put this piece straight down. I'm going to actually use liquid glue for this, because since we embossed our piece there, it will adhere better to the panel instead of just tape runner, or the tape runner that I have anyway. Okay, so now for our little wreath part, I'm going to go ahead and put glue down. I'm debating on whether or not I want to keep that. I'm going to get it where I want it and then trim off the end. Okay, there, I like that better. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the back of our little wreath here. And where the bow is and the little stem, or the skinniest part of the bow, I'm just going to put little dots of glue. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and apply this to a card base, and I'm going to put this on a white card base. So let me go ahead and prep that, and I'll be right back. Apply this straight onto our card. Okay. Alright, so now for the fun part, we're going to add our enamel dots. So I'll zoom in on this part. I've got this package here of the Gossamer Blue enamel dots, and I also got some Hero Arts gems, these little crystal ball things. I love these things. So we're going to go ahead and open up our package and just put them all throughout our little wreath here. I'm going to pick them up with my little craft pick, and just going to put an assortment of colors here. I've got some gold. And we'll do this green color. This is a good way to use up your enamel dots for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up putting in the enamel dots, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished putting all of my gems and enamel dots onto the card here. And actually it took a little bit more than just the pack that I showed you. I've got an array assortment of like pearls and these balls here, like I said, and I even pulled out some of these little gems here as well. So it's an array assortment of our card on here, but all in all, I think it's a simple card. So that finishes up for it today. Thank you all so much for watching, and please be sure to come back for card number 5. See you on my next video. Thanks for watching.